Today I want to show you another patriotic wreath. And this time we're going to be doing it slightly different. So I'm actually going to be using 3 different colors, and we're going to do the ruffle technique, except we're going to do the ruffle a little bit different. So what I'm going to do, oh, and let me start off by saying, so I'm using the pencil work wreath, and it is 15 to 24. Now what that means is this outer, if you measure it from end to end, it'll be 15, but if you pull these out and you expect what the wreath is going to take up, then it could come up to 24. So when you hear people say 24-inch wreath form, the wreath form itself is not really 24 inches. It's actually what's expected once you get all of your mesh on there. So I just thought I would mention that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rolls, get my cutter out. I'm going to drop them on the ground just because it makes it just a tad easier. Okay. There we go. So we are going to be cutting in 10-inch widths, and we're going to cut all 3 rolls, because there are 18 ties on here, and we want at least 3 in each tie. So, you know, I always like to start off with a clean edge, but actually, these look pretty darn good. I don't think I'm going to have to do that. That's awesome. So, well, actually I think I am. Just to get it even, so I don't have to keep moving them. I think my rotary cutter might be getting dull. Let me switch. Okay. There we go. Better. Okay, so I probably just need to replace the blade on that. So I will put something heavy on here, like my phone, to keep it from moving. So I'm going to cut it every 10. So here, and the last one here. So I like to use this board that I have here. It's a self-healing mat, and one of the reasons that I like to use this is because it has all the little measurements on it. So if you look down here, it has all these little measurements on it. So I can roll out my mesh, and then I can just cut several times, because this mat actually goes out to 36 inches. So if I'm cutting 10-inch lengths, I can get 3 cuts. Boom, boom, boom. It just makes it a lot faster and easier. So I think investing in one of these is a great idea. You know, one of these, if you're going to be doing wreaths, is a great idea too. Now this is a rotary cutter, and they're pretty awesome. So I'm going to pull my 3 back up. I'm going to cut one more time, and then I will go and cut the rest off camera, so you don't have to watch me do all that. Whoop. There we go. So I was just trying to get them all even so I can make sure my cuts are right. So cut at 20. tucked in, and then down here at the edge. There we go. So I'm going to cut all this up, and then when I cut it up, we're going to come back. I'm going to come back and I will show you what we're going to do that's a little bit different. I kind of like this method because it's a little bit more filling for a wreath like this. So give me just a second for y'all and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gotten all these cut, and I want to tell you, now you know that this is a wreath form that has 18 little ties. So a really easy way to know how many to do, since we know we're going to put 3 in each one, is just cut 18. So I cut 18 little bundles of these. I'm going to kind of move them so we can see. Okay, so we're going to make the ruffle the way we normally make a ruffle. I'm going to separate the 3. I'm going to take it, I want to roll it down, whichever way it tends to roll. So just like this, I'm going to walk my fingers up through the middle, make my little bow tie. I'm going to put all 3 down at one time because we're going to do something very specific with it. So I just want to get one, start on the next one. So you want to either hold this in your hand, use a chip clip, or a clothespin. It's just easier because if you have to put it down inside here and then open it back up again and again, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. So we're going to do all 3 at one time. Okay. So I'm just walking my fingers up again right through the middle like that. Now, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to take one, turn it this way. We're going to take the next one and turn it this way. Can you see that? So we got one going this way, one going this way, and they are face down. And then the last one we're going to put on top is going to face this way. So we'll have 2 going this way and 1 going this way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our wreath form, and we're going to open up that tie. Now I'm going to set it down. Just like that. And tie it off. I'm only going to tie it one good time because I will be going back in here so that I can do my ribbon. But you see how that's a little bit different? And another thing you can do to make it even more interesting is you can vary which one of these is on the top. So you can make them all uniform so that you have blue, red, and then the multi on top, depending on what you pick for ribbon. Or you could do kind of all different, which I think that's what we're going to do. So, next, I'm going to do the red first. Okay. So just walk my fingers up, just like that. Then I'm going to do this next. Same thing, just walk my fingers up. hold it in my fingers like this, and then do the last one. And the mesh I'm using is the metallic, and this one, this multicolored one, is the foil, so it's a little bit thicker. So just walk my fingers up. Okay, so I'm going to do this one on the bottom, this one going the lengthways, and this one doing the width, like that. Okay. Okay, and then I'll just set these down and tie it off one good time. And you will have time to fluff these once you get them all put in, so. But see how different that looks? Isn't that cute? So I'll do one more. Let me open a few of these up. And then I will go off and finish the bottom, and then I will come back and we'll do a few on the top, and then I'll finish the top. Okay, so let's do it one more time. So let's take our mesh here that we've already cut. So this time I want to put, let's put the red on the bottom. So just walk my fingers up, make my bow tie, put it in my hand. Do the next one. There we go. Now I want this colorful one to be in the middle this time. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Walk my fingers up. There we go. So I know I want red on the bottom. So I'll just take the red, put the multicolor that way. Whoops. Hold on. It can be difficult when you're working with multiple. So this one came loose. So I'll just redo it. Just like that. Okay. So. There we go. Just like that. So we have two facing this way, one facing this way. Okay. Then I'm just going to place that down. And just want to make sure you see. So you're just going to go right through the middle of all of them and tie it down one good time. And then just make sure that top one is still, or that middle one is still going up and down like that. Okay, I'm going to continue doing this, and then when I come back we'll do the inner layer, and then we'll put some ribbons on. I have a ton of ribbon, so we'll have lots of goodies to choose from, and I have all kinds of cute little things for wreaths, so we'll decide what we're going to put on it when I come back, or when we get done. Okay, so I finished the outer layer. See, doesn't that look cute? So now we're going to do the inner layer. I'm just going to open up all these ties so that I'm not fumbling with them when I'm trying to put them in. And we're going to follow the same process. Let me set that there. So we're going to take this, separate them, then walk our fingers up like that. Whoop. this is going to be my bottom one. It's going this way. This will be my middle one. And I want it going the opposite direction. And this will be the top. So you're varying it back and forth like this. Then you just take your wreath form. Let's see, I want to start where this one is not on the top. Okay, so right here. So I'll just hold this in a little bunch like this. I'll set it down. Then I'll just twist the tie one good time. I'll make sure I still have one going this direction. Like that. Like that, see? See how nice and full this is? I like this. So let's do one more. Okay. So just walk it up in the middle. That. I'll do our last one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do, let's see, what did we do last time? We did red on bottom. So I'll do blue on bottom, red in the middle, and this one on top. Like that. Okay. So I'll just get the wreath form back out here. Just gonna kind of pinch them in the middle like this. Makes it a little bit easier to put down when you're working by yourself. Just set it down. Do your tie. Then make sure you still have one going up, which we do, and two to the side. There we go. You see how cute that looks when you have them together like this? I like that. So I'm going to keep going around. I have 6 left. And then when I come back, we'll cut some ribbon and put a little bit of ribbon in and figure out what we're going to do for embellishments. Okay, so I have it all in. See, doesn't that look nice and full? I like it. So, we have lots of ribbon choices. So let's see what we have. We'll kind of set that aside. So I like sparkle. I really like sparkle. I think this will look really good just because it's kind of clear, just a little different. So definitely use that one. I think that one would look good. More sparkle. I like that one. Okay, we're definitely going to use that one. Maybe that one. Okay, look how cute this is. I really love that, but I think I'm actually going to keep this for something else that we'll be doing later. Okay, so if you have seen my videos before, you know that I like to use this lovely little tool that I made. So I like to cut my ribbon 12 inches for a wreath like this. And so what I did is I just took a piece of cardboard, cut it 6 inches, so that when I flip it around, it's 12 inches, and I notched the corner. Now, I know I haven't shown you this before, but I thought I would just mention it. I also have one 16 inches that I did, and I have one 18 inches that I did, because sometimes if I'm making a specific wreath, I will make the ribbons bigger because I want the ribbons to really stand out or something like that. So we will get to some of those where I will do that. But today, we're just going to use the trusty 12, and I will just fold it around and around like this. And I'll just tell you, if there's any wreath makers out there that like to work with tulle, this works with tulle as well, and it's easier to hold without it slipping, so it's a really great thing to do. So let's see, let's do one more. All right. One of the reasons that I really like this, and the reason that I covered it in this duct tape, is because the duct tape allows me to slide my scissors right in, and I don't have to use 2 pieces of cardboard. So it just kind of gives it a nice slick surface. So then I'll fold it over, give it a little detail, fold it over, cut at the angle, give it some detail, like that. So let's do sparkly blue. I tell you, the only curse of loving sparkle is all the sparkles I have on my clothes and the couch and the floor. But hey, that's just part of it. So I'll do the same thing. Just twist it around. I like this method because you can cut several all at one time. It's just a big time saver. See, look at all that sparkle. Okay. So, just cut it at my angle. Like that. Whew. Pretty but messy. Okay, and then I'll just put this away for right this minute. Ooh, what a mess. Okay, let's see, let's do some ribbon. I like to, when I'm doing wreaths, I like to do several different colors of the ribbon, just because it really helps give it more dimension and interest, and it's just very pretty. Okay. There. And there. Okay. So just that quickly, we already have 3 ribbons. 3 different ribbons cut. Let's do one more, and then I'll put a few on, and I will cut the rest off camera so you don't have to watch it. Oh, let's do this one. Let's just go ahead and stick with the sparkle. There we go. Okay. All right. Now we have several different combinations that we can make. So we'll start putting a few ribbons on. So, just move some of this out. So now what I'm going to do is bring my wreath back, and I will pick out a couple ribbons let's do these two together here. Then just pinch them in the middle like this. And then I'll just start putting them down. So I'll just open my tie back up, set my ribbon back down, and then tie it a good 3 times because I don't want that to come loose. And then I generally like to, there's 2 different things I like to do with my ribbon, depending on the look I'm going for. So sometimes I will just tuck them together like this, open this up, put it in, tie it down really well, and then just kind of bend the edges of it like that so that it kind of stands up from the wreath. The other thing I like to do is take some ribbon, pinch it in the middle like that, except this time I'm going to put it in like this. So I'll open it up, put it down, tie it down, and then I will do like this, and I will separate those ribbons just like that. I really kind of like to do this on the top, and then when I get to the bottom, oftentimes I will just keep them together, because if you have them like this, they can tend to kind of get stuck underneath. So I am going to keep putting ribbon on the top, and then I'll come back and I'll show you a few on the bottom, and then we can start decorating. And you can just kind of cut frays as you go, because you are going to see them. But remember, you can just spray them with something like the E6000, or, you know, sometimes I use this Elmer's multi-purpose adhesive spray, and I like the crayon sealer as well. So with something like this where I've cut it, I will definitely go back and spray it, because it's gonna ravel. There's really not a whole lot you can do about that. So if you spray it and make sure it feels pretty stiff, then it's gonna keep it from really getting out of control. It'll just be little pieces here and there. So I'm gonna finish working on the top, and I'll come back and we'll put a few on the bottom, and then we'll finish it up. Okay, so I've gotten all the ribbons on the top. See how pretty that looks? I like to make them stand up. So all you have to do is, of course, use the wire ribbon and just kind of play with it like this. Okay, so we've done that. I'm just going to put some on the bottom. I just want to have some splashes of color down here. So I'll just do the same thing. Open it back up, put it down, tie it 3 good times, and then fluff that ribbon up like that so it'll stand up. Okay. Oops. So again, open, place, twist, and fluff. There we go. Because you want to be able to see that pretty ribbon. Okay. Of course, this wreath is patriotic themed, so Memorial Day is coming up, and then of course 4th of July is coming up. So this is a really easy and great one to do for those 2 holidays. I tell you, when I'm getting ready to do my wreath, one thing that I like to do to save time when I do my ribbons is I'll go ahead and put 2 colors together like this, and then I'll put them in a stack. And then all I have to do is pick them up, pinch them in the middle, and put them down. It just kind of saves me time, and as I'm cutting the ribbon, it's not really that difficult to kind of go ahead and organize them, because it really does save a lot of time. So, and then I know several people have asked me what I do with the excess ribbon, and I tell you, if I've cut more ribbon than I need, what I do is I take a Ziploc bag and I put the similar themes together, and I have one of those stacking clear pull-out drawers organizers that people use for their office, and I put it in that. And then I can just pull out the drawer, and when I'm getting ready to do a project, like I have all of my patriotic together, and I have all of my spring together, and so I'll go there first and make sure I don't already have some cut. Then if I do, it saves me a little bit of time. There we go. Okay. Whoop. So just fluff it up. So we're almost done with the bottom. Then we can decorate. So I had made my mother a 4th of July wreath. If you're wondering why I'm making another one, I sold it. So I had to make her another one. So I thought I would do a different technique, because that makes it fun. So, there we go. Let's see, did I cut enough? Oh my gosh, I cut exactly the right amount, and I didn't even count. How about that? That never happens. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, so we've got all the ribbon in. See, it looks so pretty. Okay, so now I'll pull out my little box of goodies here. And I tell you, I really love these things, because you can get a bunch like this. It's only like $2 or $3. And then what you can do is just cut pieces off. Like that. And if you're only going to use a couple on a wreath, look how many you have left. So I love to get these. And I just like having something curly on there. I just think it's really cute. So I usually cut a couple of these off. And one of the things I really like about these is you can pull them out or push them back. They're pretty flexible. So I generally like to put these, and what I'll do is I will just take it and kind of twist it around, because there's wire in here, so I'll twist it around my tie like that, and then I will twist my tie around a couple of times just to make sure it's really secure, like that. There. See how cute that is? I like that. So now I'll just go to the other side. And maybe I'll do the red this time. So I'll just do the same thing. I'll just take it, go down here to the bottom of my tie, twist it around using that wire that's in it. There. And then use my ties to secure it even more. Like that. See how cute that is? You can kind of pull them up or out to the side. I like that. So we've got a couple of those. I have this cute hat and I have been dying to use it and I haven't found anything yet to use it on. So I was thinking about making that our center. So we're not going to need all of this. Well, let's see. I think what I'll do. Oh, that looks so cute. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use some of this, because I tell you, when you're doing wreaths and you're putting these cute little things on, the more things that you can wire down, the better off you are, because hot glue is great, but it may not always hold things really well. So if you can use wire and hot glue, then that just makes it even better. So I will stick this down in here, and then what I'm going to do is I will go behind here and I will wire it right to my frame, right in here. So I'll use some little wire. Then I'll just kind of make sure that it's in a place where you can't really see that stick very well. Oh, that's cute. Let's see, I have some other cute things. Look at that. I really like this. So I think we need to put that somewhere. And this is not wire, it's just wood. But I will use the tie, and I will tie it around really well, and then I'll put a little dab of glue on it, just to make sure it's going to stay down. But that'll be really cute outside, because the wind will pick it up and twirl it. Oh, that's so cute. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have one of these. So I can put this somewhere. Let's put it up here. It also has wire, so I'll do the same thing. I'll just kind of twist it in and out. Get it in there really well. Like that. Oh, cute. I have these. I think these are cute. So maybe we'll put one ball in. So maybe here. It's not going to be hugely obvious, but that's okay. You don't want it to be so busy that it detracts from the pretty deco itself. So I think that is just adorable. So I hope you like that. And I hope my mother likes it and doesn't want to kill me because I sold the other one. So I hope you enjoyed this, and please comment and subscribe and share it if you like it, and let me know if there is anything that you've seen that you would like me to show. Someone asked me about putting ties on these wreaths, so I'm going to do a video pretty soon on the different types of forms and how you can put, if you don't want to buy the work form, how you can put your ties on there, how many you need, so that, you know, it kind of just gives you the basics of what you can do with that. So I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.